I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. 7 straight day streaming week. And now we're heading into the second half. 3 more days of gameplay nonstop. And then on Friday, the Mega Man Marathon Part 2, where we take on Mega Man 4 through 6 on the NES, of course, as in the Mega Man Legacy Collection on PC, while I'm inebriated because I'm drinking for levels of support. Plus, there'll be some food and fun festivities. It's going to be a great time. So, a great week so far, and more coming up. So, you might say, well, how's everything going? What's going on today? How was yesterday because there was no podcast? Maybe those of you who only watch the podcast and tune in for particular games that you like are wondering, what's up? Well, we do have a good amount of new stuff to talk about today, including big updates to my streams in general. And let me just fix this here because I did not update this from last night. As you can see, we had a lot going on. So, firstly, here on my streams, we have newly refreshed animations and sound effects that coincide with said animations. So this now is for contributions of $4.20 tip, tips of $5 and up, incremental, including $5, $10, $20, $30, $50, $100 and higher, are all animations now tied in with sound effects, and many of those animations are new. Okay? For the super chat side of things, we now have new animations for $5, $10, $20, $30, and $50. I don't have anything above 50. We rarely get super chats bigger than 50, to be honest. But, that's also tied in with brand new sound effects to tie in with the animations. All right. There's a few animations that are still the same, but many of them have been updated or new now, and the sound effects actually make them a lot better. Now, what I want to do is test these out. And what I mean by that is this is really the testing phase. I'm not 100% sold that I want to do this long term. I want to see how intrusive to the gameplay and to the podcast, etc., this sound effect deal is. I've never had sound effects on the stream before since I became a live streamer in 2017 with interactions. I've always had them muted. You could have them. And a lot of streamers have done these, all the time. But I've really stayed away from doing that. And you might say, well, why? If everyone else is doing it, why did you never do it? Well, basically, from what I surmised, okay, a lot of people tuning into my content back then, we're talking, almost a decade ago, 8 years ago when I did full-time live streaming, they were tuning in because of the old kind of content that I used to make, which was offline, on-demand, YouTube style, in a playlist content, all right? And you got to understand that, I have a long time history on YouTube, almost 18 years at this point. My channel has more videos than most other channels. And the people that put me on the map, that really made me successful on YouTube, weren't used to online live streaming. And so basically what I needed to do was a slow process of kind of easing in to being an online interactive streamer, where I felt that if we were going to have obnoxious, over-the-top, constant sound effects, that it was just going to push people away who had basically liked my content up to that point, right? Imagine if 7-8 years ago, I'm playing the new hot game. I don't know. Let's say it was Dark Souls 3 or whatever was new at that time. And as I'm trying to do a tough boss fight, people keep contributing, and therefore you keep hearing, a stupid sound effect over and over during the fight. It could be quite distracting, right? And so my philosophy was I need to become an interactive live streamer, but not really just go full force into it, doing everything that's available. You know what I'm saying? I really should take my time trying to implement stuff. And so I have done that. Okay, I have. Therefore, I think that I've done it well. First, some animations, scrolling, well, having a leaderboard and now scrolling leaderboard, better webcam. Now I have the webcam that has the background removal tool and everything. Basically, I'm trying to ease myself in more and more with improvements this year. Here we are in August, and I'm still actively improving the streams, right? If you haven't noticed, it wasn't, oh, Phil upgraded his setup in December, January, and that's it. Everything's the same. No, things are constantly improving. New animations, new backgrounds, new everything. I want to keep tweaking things and improving. It's a very different philosophy than the one I used to have, which was, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep doing the same thing every day. Okay? So, finally, I'm implementing sound effects, but I want your feedback. I want to know, do you like this or not? Are the sound effects too intrusive? Are they bothering you? Are they distracting you? Do you have suggestions for improvement? Should I not do them at all? Should I reduce the amount I do them? Let me know. Also, we have to test the volume levels of the sound effects, meaning I tested them and I think they're fine, but maybe you disagree. You think they're too loud or you can't hear them at all. So today, as people contribute to my streams, please give me your feedback on the animations and the sound effects. I'd like to hear everything that you have to say about it. Likely, we won't see them all for a very long time because it's rare when we have a stream where we're going to have every level of contribution. You're talking as little as I think it's a $1 or $2 super chat gets an animation on the stream. But these new ones will start around $4.20, $4.20 tip, and then $5 super chat or $5 tip and up. So let's see. Let me know. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. All right. So let's give it a test and see what happens. Maybe we'll get some contributions on this podcast. We'll start to see and hear them give feedback. What I did, I enabled the sound effects on my computer, so I should be able to hear them too when they go off. So I'll hear if they're intrusive, you'll hear if they're intrusive, and we'll figure this out together. Okay. I don't want to spoil all the animations, but basically, as you know, I love, classic games from back in the day, notably NES and SNES era. So I already have like 3 or 4 new animations and more are possibly in the works. Okay. Cool. So there you go. By the way, good morning, everyone. People are starting to come in and say hello. What's going on, everyone? Let's see here. We got P-Wad. We got Beetlejuice. He says it's an outrage to do this. Okay. Chris, what's up? Nick, how are you this morning? Good to see you. Operation Fallen Angel on Kick. What's going on? Let's see here. Tangry Savory Seasonings. How you doing over on Kick? What's going on? And I hope that Gino Day, how are you today? Good morning. So that's improvement number 1. Okay. Improvement number 2. Something that we've been trying to do for several days ever since the whole channel points fiasco. What's up, Stormforce Gamer as well on YouTube? I see ya. How you doing? So yeah, there was a big fiasco on Kick last week. What do I mean? Everyone, Darkside Phil here. The only detractor channel that I watch is Duty Streams.